take two. I just filmed like 20 minutes worth of freaking shit and I never pushed the record button. So that's just great. Neely, you're so annoying. I'm going to do a 50 things about me video today just because I had nothing better to do. I just finished my list that I've had for like over 4 or 5 months now, and I just finished it 5 minutes ago. I was at 41 and I just really wanted to take a video. I haven't done a video in like 3 weeks, literally. Every day for like the last 2 weeks I've been like, I'm gonna do a video today. I'm gonna do a video today. Today is the day. I'm doing a video. So I guess we'll just get started. Number 1, I'm 23 years old. I know, it's amazing. You can't believe it. I look 19 or 18 or 20, but I really am 23. What are you doing? Number 2 doesn't really deserve the number 2 spot because I mean, I don't love her that much, but for some reason, I put her at number 2. So I love Taylor Swift, and I don't care who knows it. She's real, and she's true to herself. And I don't think that she deserves any of the freaking hate that she gets. It's so annoying to me that people hate her. I taught myself how to sew. It was inspired by the Pretty Little Liars Halloween episode a couple years ago, and Spencer sewed her own Marie Antoinette dress, and I just thought that was the most amazing, cool thing ever, and I just really wanted to be able to say that I made something and that you could actually wear it and it didn't look like I had made it, you know? So I bought a sewing machine and I taught myself how to sew. And the hardest part about it is probably reading patterns. Every single pattern that you buy, whatever brand it is, it uses a different language and vocabulary, and it sucks. So sitting in your bedroom by yourself trying to learn how to sew is really hard. It's like a lot harder than you would think. Number 4, I have a black belt in karate. I got it whenever I was in 8th grade. It took me 3 years to get, and I still totally think that it's relevant. I mean, yeah, that was a while ago, but I still know all the stuff. It's not like you just forget it just because you haven't done it in a long time. But I still think that that makes me pretty cool. I really do have a black belt, I swear. Number 5, I am severely ADHD. Like, people who know me and see me on a daily basis, if I don't take my medicine, they know within like 15, 20 minutes of seeing me, they're like, you didn't take your medicine today, did you? And I'm like, nope, sorry. But I'm just like a lot happier and, I don't know, crazier kind of whenever I don't have my medicine. And I tend to get on people's nerves a lot more easily, which is kind of annoying, I guess, and not very good, but I mean, oh well. Number 6, I have a really weird accent. I didn't really notice it until my boyfriend Ken pointed it out like a lot whenever we first started dating. And I live in southern Indiana, so you would expect me to have like a really hick accent, I guess. But my accent is kind of more like Wisconsin area type thing. I say bayak instead of back and bag instead of bag. Like if I'm speaking really quickly and like really in the zone about what I'm saying, I just like spit it out and it comes out like that, and I don't know why. It's not like I do it on purpose or anything. It just happens. It's weird. But he used to point it out and make fun of me all the time, and he said that was so weird. And I have no idea where I got it because my parents sound normal and they say stuff normal, so. My mom even used to say washer. She used to say that whenever she was little, washer, instead of washer. Like the washer and dryer, she said washer and dryer. That's the weirdest thing ever to me. But that's how hip southern Indiana is. Okay, number 7. Growing up, my mom was the mayor. She was mayor for 4 years. I think it ended like my 8th grade year, so same time as my black belt thing. But I used to get teased like an insane amount. Like people would say that anytime that I did anything and I didn't get like insanely in trouble for it, they would just say, well, the only reason that you got away with that is because your mom's the mayor, or did your mom do your homework? Because she's the mayor, so she probably does all your homework for you. Like, no. My mom does not do my homework for me because she's the mayor. If anything, that would be like less likely for my mom to do my homework for me just because she's the mayor. She has less time than normal people. So yeah, she's not going to give me free homework because my mom's mayor. Like, does that really make sense in your head? But it used to make me so mad. Like, I would just get so angry at people because they would say that everything was because my mom's a mayor. Like, no, it's not. I have a harder time with life because my mom's the mayor. Because all of you people give me a freaking hard time all the time. Like, that's the only thing that changed when my mom became mayor. Was you saying everything was because my mom's mayor. No, it's not. It's just not. I'm sorry. It's not. We have a really small town, so it's not like it really meant a lot. I mean, it was really cool at the time. I liked going and campaigning and stuff, and I got to wear Rosemary Knowles for Mayor shirts. But that's pretty much it. It was cooler in sound than it was in like reality. Number 8 really deserves like 10 bullet points, but it only got 1. I guess I can just give it 10 and then say that I really have like 60 things about me that I'm telling you. I am completely obsessed with purple, like obsessed, like oh my god, purple. If we lived in a monotonous world where purple was everything and it was just different shades of purple, oh my god, that would be like the best thing on the planet. It would be so freaking amazing and everything would be great and I would just love it. But unfortunately, that doesn't happen, so I really am trying to get Ken to let me paint this room purple, so at least whenever I come in here, I can feel like everything on the planet is purple and that everything is better, but right now he's still saying that I can't do it, so that sucks. But maybe you guys can help me convince him. Number 9, I am a ceramicist. I have been a ceramic student for like 3 years now. I love, love, love ceramics. Like, it's just amazing. I love it. Number 10, I have been truly, completely single all the time in the last 11 years. Added up, that I've been truly single equals less than 6 months. And I am just like a relationship person. I just have relationships and dating is just my thing. Like, I don't like being single because I don't really have like lots of friends, so being single kind of sucks. Number 11, I have really long hair. I've literally had long hair my entire life. I've never really cut it off except for one time in high school, I think like my freshman or sophomore year. I cut it to right here and I hated it. It was terrible. It was like the worst decision of my life. I felt like I looked like a soccer mom and I was only like 14, 15 years old. Like, it was terrible. But I've always wanted to bob my hair to like right here, but I probably never will just because I don't have the guts. I love my hair way too much. Number 12, I'm a 5th year senior in college. Well, actually, I think it's 6th year. Going into next semester, I'm gonna be a 6th year senior, which I don't really care. I was originally supposed to graduate after 5 years anyways. Like, my program was 5 years long, so adding like an extra year and a half on is what it's probably gonna be. That's not that bad to me. Number 13, I am pursuing a degree as a mechatronics engineering student, and that's my major. Mechatronics basically is just like mechanical and electrical combined into one degree, and mechatronics degree is very similar to like a robotics degree at other colleges or universities or whatever. But I'm just lucky because I couldn't decide whenever I was starting school between mechanical and electrical, and then I found out that my school has mechatronics, and it was like the first in the state to have it, and I live like 10 minutes away. That's insane. Hashtag blessed. I am also pursuing a studio art minor with a discipline in ceramics because I started school knowing that I was going to have a studio art minor. Like, that was one of my goals going to college. I was like, engineering degree, art minor. That was set in stone way, way long before I even applied for colleges. The main reason, which is number 15, that I have a studio art minor is because I am extremely passionate about art. I've always taken art classes. Every single time that I ever had the opportunity to take an art class, I did it. I just absolutely love art. At some points during high school, I was taking like multiple semesters worth of art at once. So yeah, that's how much I was obsessed with it. Number 16, the show Charmed. I've watched it from start to finish more than 5 times. I'm actually watching it again. I just bought the DVD set a month or 2 ago and I started watching it again for the 6th time. I love Charmed. It's literally the best. Number 17. Whenever I was little, I was like a super huge tomboy. Like I played in the mud and I picked up bugs and I did all kinds of crazy shit that I would never do now. And honestly, I was like a super huge tomboy, like in my style and everything too. And kind of almost weird to me, like how much of a tomboy I was. I literally loved being outside and stuff. And now I'm just like, ew, outside. Number 18. I never really grew out of being a tomboy. I just kind of made it into a girly way of being a tomboy because pretty much everything that I do is kind of masculine. I work at a BMX shop. That's generally a male-oriented thing. Most of the guys that call in are like, is this dance comp? Just because I'm a girl answering, which is kind of annoying, but I mean, I understand. And before I worked at Dance Comp, I worked at O'Reilly Auto Parts. So, I mean, obviously, I have a trend going here. Number 19. I still sleep with a teddy bear. I mean, kind of, like technically. I just haven't brought my teddy bear here. So, I haven't slept with a teddy bear for a while, but if I went and got my teddy bear, which I've been meaning to do for like months now, and brought it here, then I would totally sleep with a teddy bear, like every day of my life. Number 20. I have absolutely way too many clothes. I wish that I had them all here, but I only have like an 1/8 of my clothes here, which really sucks. But I'm slowly getting used to it. Number 21. I have an online shopping addiction. I literally have to delete all of my emails before I even remotely look at them. Like if I see who it's from and I know that like I shouldn't be reading it, I have to just delete it. Like I can't read anything underneath of it or anything. I literally just have to delete it because if I see Forever 21 and then I actually read 25% off discount, blah, 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 then I'm gonna be like, oh, well, I'll have to open this. And once I open it, then I'm screwed. Number 22. This is something that like I kind of just always thought was really weird that other people thought. I live in a really small town. I grew up in a really small town. And all I ever heard from anyone who lived there was that they just wanted to get out. Like, they just wanted to not be there anymore. And I never really felt that way. I don't really mind being in a small town. Like, we live right next to a bigger town, so I don't really feel like it's that big of a deal. I don't know, it's just weird to me that, like, even in elementary school and, like, junior high, people are always like, I just want to get out of this town. I'm like, you haven't even lived at all, hardly. Why do you want to leave? You don't know what you're leaving, you know? I just thought it was weird. I mean, I'm probably just the weird one. That's usually how it goes. Number 23, my favorite band right now is 5 Seconds of Summer. Number 24, I find worrying about anything to be a waste of time. Worrying is just going to make everything worse. Just don't worry about stuff. I know that's like extremely hard to say, and yeah, I still worry about stuff all the time, but usually I don't worry about things for any amount of time whatsoever. I mean, I worry and then I'm just like over it. Everything is supposed to happen the way it happens. I firmly believe that, and if I didn't, then I would have like a totally different outlook on life. Destiny is real. Number 25, I am an extremely emotional person, but it's just because I don't believe in holding yourself back. Holding things in is just gonna make you feel worse. So just tell everybody, express your emotions, express the way that you feel, get out your opinions, and then just get over it. Number 26, I'm not the most compassionate person. I just don't care about things like the way that normal people care about things. I care way too much about really stupid things, and then other things I'm just like, really? Why should I care about that? Like, everybody else cares about it, and I get that they care about it, and I'm okay with that, and I understand or whatever, but I think it has a lot to do with my destiny thing. Like, everything happens the way that it's supposed to, so I'm not gonna like let myself get super upset about something that I know was meant to be, you know? You're smelly. You have to get bathy soon. Number 27, I'm an only child. I have no siblings. I think that's where I get my lack of compassion. Number 28. I've only ever gotten stitches twice in my whole life, and those 2 times were 2 weeks apart and when I was 2. So 28 is a lot of 2s. I was 2 years old, and the first time I was sitting in those carrier things that you can carry a little kid in, my mom had put me right in front of a glass cabinet and she was antiquing, and I just felt like getting up. So I rocked myself straight into the glass cabinet and shattered it, and it cut open my hand, and I got 8 stitches. And then the second time was 2 weeks later, same doctor, still wouldn't let my mom go into the surgery room with me, and I was walking around in those little sunflower flip-flops that they had back in the 90s, and I was shuffling along in our concrete in our backyard, and I tripped because our concrete is like really unsteady, like it's made out of like pebbles. So I tripped and I conked my head on the concrete. Number 29. I did not get my driver's license until I was 17 years old, and it wasn't because I wasn't allowed to get my driver's license. My mom made it seem like I was allowed, but I think it was really her choice, you know? I eventually got my license just because I was like, I'm 17 years old and I don't have a license, and everyone I know has a license except for me. And I had a car. Number 30. I didn't ride a roller coaster until I was a teenager for the same exact reason. And whenever I was really little, like I went to Disneyland and Disney World like multiple times, and my mom terrified me so much of roller coasters. She literally made me think I was gonna die, and it's because she hates roller coasters, because whenever she was little or like teenager age, she got like this horrible whiplash, and it gave her constant migraines for like months. That was whenever she was younger. The roller coasters sucked. Like we waited in line one time whenever I was at Disney World for like 3 hours, and then we got to the thing and I was like, I can't do it, we have to go. And so I didn't even ride that roller coaster because my mom was like terrifying me the whole entire time we were waiting in line, so I ended up not going. But I love roller coasters. Roller coasters are the best thing ever. I've ridden on a lot of roller coasters now. Number 31. I recently turned into one of those people that drive under the speed limit on the highway, and whenever I was in high school and like a teenager, I had like the worst road rage against those people, and I hated them, and I would verbally assault them the entire time that I even saw them in my visual area. I hated them, and now I'm like one of those people, like I'm seriously the slowest driver ever now, and it's so weird because up until like this year pretty much, I was a terrible driver. I sped all the time, and it has a lot to do with the fact that I totaled my car probably, which is weird because I didn't even total it because I was speeding. It just happened and it was just out of my control, you know? But I don't drive fast anymore at all. And like the other day, I seriously got an anxiety attack just from driving, period. I get anxiety attacks every once in a while now just because I like envision wrecking and how terrible it can be. And at one time I didn't die, but if I ever got into a wreck again, my number would probably be up. Number 32. I do not shower at all hardly. I only shower every 2 to 3 days. That's how much I feel dirty. Like if I don't feel dirty, I am not going to shower. I hate showering. It dries out my skin, it's hot, it's not fun, and it takes time, and I just don't like it. But yeah, I don't shower, and I don't care how that makes you feel about me. Number 33. Every single time that I see a squirrel, I'm like, squirrel! And then also, every single time that I get distracted while somebody's talking to me, and it's super severely like you're talking to me, and I'm like, oh, that was a squirrel moment. Sorry. And it's totally because of the movie Up, and a dog who points and says, squirrel! And then points. I love that movie, and I love that part. And that dog is just the best. And so every single time that I see a squirrel or I have a squirrel moment, I say squirrel, because squirrel. Number 34. This kind of relates to the last one. Despicable Me is my favorite movie of all time, and the Minions are the reason why. But the Minions movie is terrible, and I fucking hated it. It was terrible. But I still, in general, would watch the movie again, just because it's the Minions, and they deserve my love. Okay, number 35. I very rarely wear makeup. And if I do, it's just eyeliner. Like today, I literally, and this is not an exaggeration, have a drop of foundation on and eyeliner. That's it. That's all the makeup that I'm wearing. And most days, I don't wear makeup at all. Like, I'm just like, meh. camera cut off. So we're starting at 37 again. Number 37, green is my best color. I discovered this a couple months ago, but just in general, green, especially bright, like neon green, makes just all of this look better. I don't know why, and it's just something that I discovered because other people, if I was wearing bright green, like especially my bright green jacket, they were like, oh my God, you look so good today. And I'm like, I don't even have any makeup on. Why do you think that I look good? And then I figured it out. They usually said it whenever I was wearing that jacket. So green's my color, man. Number 38, I am horrified of bugs. Bugs didn't exist on the planet, it would be fine with me. Except for the fact that all living things would probably die because bugs kind of like make everything else work. But you know, I don't need them, so I shouldn't have to see them, right? Right. Number 39, I have worn leggings every single day for the last 2 or 3 years, probably. And leggings are just a shit. They're amazing. And why not wear leggings? Because leggings. Number 40, I have so many styles. Hundreds and hundreds of styles. If it's fashionable in my opinion, then I wear it. I don't care if it matches my personality or whatever. I can be a skater kid for a day if it fucking looks cool, okay? That's how I feel about it. Why does it matter what everybody else thinks? I like it, so that's what I'm gonna wear today. Why even bother caring about what other people think? But I feel like wearing a skater hat and some Vans and like a cool shirt and being all skater, I'm gonna do that. If I feel like wearing 6.5-inch heels and a crazy club dress or something, that's what I'm gonna do, because that's my style. Whatever I like, I wear, and I don't really care what it means to the world. Number 41, I own a bajillion hats. I have fedoras, I have trucker hats, I have flat bills, I have beanies. I just have like all kinds of hats, just hats galore. I just love hats. And I actually adopted this persona of loving hats not that long ago, like maybe a couple of years. But who doesn't need a good hat? Like, hats are just awesome. And it's kind of weird that I own that many hats because I really don't wear hats that often. But you know what? I have one if I want to, and I can wear it if I want to. Number 42, I have an unbelievable amount of shoes. I have literally every single type of shoe that you could possibly imagine. Like, I own skater shoes, several pairs of tennis shoes, ballet flats. I probably have at least 10 pairs of 6.5-inch heels, and I've worn all of them at some point in my life, but it might not have been outside of the house for a couple of the pairs. I have thigh-high boots, I have flip-flops, I have sandals, I have everything that you could possibly imagine. At least 200 pairs of shoes, most of which were on sale. Number 43, I really suck at getting ready. I refuse to put on anything that is pretty 95% of the time. Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, I really feel like putting on a skirt and like wearing makeup and getting eyeliner and earrings and hair and outfit and all that. Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, yeah. And most of the time, those days aren't days that I need to do anything. But on days that I do actually have something to do, like actually meet people and have actual conversations with like an actual outfit on that is appropriate and together, I'm just like, can I please just wear a t-shirt and some leggings and not put any makeup on? Please. And Ken's usually like, put on makeup and get your ass ready. Number 44 has a lot to do with number 43 because I am late to everything all the time, always late. Everywhere I go. If I didn't have to be on time to work because otherwise I would get fired, then I would be late to work too because I suck at getting ready because I'm lazy and I would just rather sit there and do nothing and watch TV than get ready. Number 45, my boyfriend is like the only person that I hang out with, and it's pretty much by choice. Like, I don't hang out with other people, and it has a lot to do with the fact that I don't ask people to hang out, and 99% of the time, the one time that I actually do ask a person to hang out, they end up bailing on me, and then I'm just like, I'm done with you. I don't need to hang out with you. Don't talk to me. I don't like you anymore. If you fucking say that you're going to hang out with somebody and then you don't show up and you just don't bother to text them back, that's like so messed up. I would never do that to somebody. That's so messed up on so many levels. And it's one thing to apologize and be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I forgot. But it's another thing to just not hang out with them and then not ever respond to their text messages asking you where the hell you are. Like, what the fuck? Number 46, I'm reclusive because I would rather just hang out by myself at my house than bother to ask somebody else if they want to hang out and then get rejected, because I don't like that and it makes me hate that person, and I would rather not hate anybody because I'm like a nice person and I like loving people. But if they like directly say no, I'm totally okay with that. If you don't want to hang out, I don't care. That's cool. I'm fine with that. But if you say yes and we make plans and then you freaking go back on those plans, you might as well be dead to me because I don't like you. Number 47. Which I'm sure you've already assumed, have the most precious and adorable and perfect little Yorkie puppy on the planet. And he's so perfect and I love him. Isn't that right, Neelers? Oh yeah, his name's Neely, but if you didn't already know that, he's so perfect. Number 48, I am annoying on purpose to people a lot. Like, I literally will annoy people on purpose because I, number one, think that it is hilarious and it's how I entertain myself. And number two, I usually make somebody laugh out of it. Even if it's not the person that I'm annoying, I make somebody laugh. Most of the time, even the person that I'm getting on their nerves, they laugh because I'm fucking funny, okay? Like, I'm just hilarious. And by annoying you, you know that I'm funny. Number 49, I love reading books, but mostly just like fictional books, because the only thing that really entertains me is science fiction. Because if you can't really prove it to me that it's real, then it's just like, yeah, it could be real. Like, I want to believe in that. That's so cool. Vampires and aliens and zombies and crazy shit. Like, zombies are almost my least favorite science fiction thing, just because people believe in it so hardcore, like that it's actually real, that it's gonna happen, and I'm just like, how could you possibly think that a zombie is going to really become a zombie? That's not a thing. And even if it was a thing, there's no way that they would be able to live more than 24 hours. So the zombies would not just walk around forever just until somebody actually kills them. Like, that's not a thing. How do people think that? I don't know. But other things I totally am willing to full on hardcore believe in. Vampires could be real. Aliens, most likely real. All that stuff. If there's nobody that's ever been able to prove it, like telekinesis, I hope that's real. Like, seriously, I hope it's real. Number 50, last one. If you didn't already know this about me, I talk too much! Way too much! I literally talk all the time, like nonstop. Everyone that I know knows this because I literally just don't shut up. I just talk blah, 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 all the time. That would be the end of my video, and I'm about ready to be late to work because this took way too long to film. So, I will be signing off now. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. If you did enjoy my video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and click the like button, which is the thumbs up. And if you liked it enough, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos like at least once a week. I try to put them out more than that most of the time, but a lot of the time it doesn't actually happen. So, I wonder if my braid is falling out. I don't actually have a schedule, but if you subscribe and you turn on your channel notifications, then you'll be notified every time that I upload, so there will be no problems. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. Like, honestly, it was probably way too long because it was way too long on my end too. But, oh well, I talk too much. What can you do? Love you guys. Bye. Let's say bye.